guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a quick little hair tutorial for you. I posted a picture probably last week on Instagram of this Dutch fishtail braid that went all the way across my head. I've been seeing a lot of pictures of those lately, especially on Pinterest and stuff, so I thought I'd try it out and you guys really liked it. So I thought that I would make a full tutorial for you guys. Even though it is super easy, I just figured that for some of you, especially because I used extensions in this, because I could absolutely not be able to get that kind of volume in my braid without extensions, that might help for me to show you guys kind of how I clipped them into my hair. So without further ado, let's get started. So awkward. So to start with, you're going to need some extensions. I have my 20-inch My Fantasy hair extensions right here. These were custom dyed. They look a little patchy when they're straight, but I don't normally wear them straight anyway. I only use them straight when I'm like, you know, putting them like in a ponytail or in a braid of some kind or anything. So, whatever. And it just blends into my hair anyway, so it doesn't matter if they're perfect or not. They look way better than this other pair of already pre-made ombre extensions that I ordered previously. They were terrible, so this is way better. And so you're going to need extensions, and you're going to need a little bit of dry shampoo. I like to use the Batiste Coconut and Exotic Tropical. That was my favorite flavor scent. And you are also going to need a teasing brush for a little bit of back combing because we want to be able to hide the wefts. I'm actually going to tell you guys about this. The first time I did this, like, it looked really nice in the front in the pictures, but in the back you could see all the tracks because my hair wasn't thick enough. So I think that the reason why that happened was because I had put in my extensions all sideways instead of this way so that the rest of it could cover. When it's sideways, it's a lot easier for your hair to separate and show the wefts. So I'm going to clip them in a little bit differently today. I haven't tried this before, so hopefully it works out okay and they're covered. But the really good thing about this is you can do this in like probably 5 to 10 minutes. You don't need to have your hair already styled. Obviously my hair was just air dried and I threw it into a ponytail for today's look. And I'm just going to pull it down and show you guys. Like, it's just a giant mess. Like, there's no style to it whatsoever. That's just how it dries. I forgot I have a clip back here. But, okay. So there's that. I am going to start out by, this is like my second day hair, so it is a little bit on the greasier side, but like I also want it to have a little bit more texture and hold to it anyway for this kind of look. So I'm just going to go in with my dry shampoo and just spritz that around. I'm actually almost out of it, so it might run out. My boyfriend hates being in the room when I spray this because he feels like he can't breathe, which I understand, but I think I'm pretty used to it by now. It doesn't really bother me so much. Yeah, this one's gone. I literally stock up on these. I probably have like 5 or 6 at a time in my bathroom. So I'm just going to rub that in. Give my hair some more texture. And then I'm going to start putting my extensions in. So I'm going to use, I'm trying to think of how I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to use the 3 weft first. So I'm just going to take a 3 weft. And basically the entire time I do this, I'm going to flip my hair upside down. So you're going to flip it upside down and then clip them in like that so that when you pull them up, everything is nice and flat and everything flows right into the braid without there being any like lumps or bumps anywhere. So I'm probably going to have to stand up for this, so there's going to be some pretty awkward angles in here, but let's see if we can make this work. So first I'm going to start off in the back and just separate this little area here. Just put enough so that that will cover the extensions, and I'm just going to pull this part up first and clip it. And then before I clip in my extensions, I'm just going to give this a little bit of back combing right here, like pull it up and then back comb it underneath. Just so that'll help when I pull the hair up and into the braid, it helps cover up the weft a little bit more. So now what I'm going to do is, I guess I'm just gonna bend over. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. And I'm just going to clip these in basically upside down to what I would normally do. So like normally you would clip them like this, but I'm gonna clip them like this, up into that upper section. Okay, and then I'm gonna flip it over and see how it's upside down. So that's what you want, because when you pull it up, you want it to be nice and flat. So now I'm just gonna take the next section. Oh my gosh, my arms are so white. I'm just gonna take another small section and pull that down. Like that, flip it back up. And now I'm gonna take a 4 weft, because I have a little bit more space around my head, and clip that in, also upside down. Okay, and now since I've done that, I kind of want the rest of my extensions to go this way. Like, so you're gonna figure out what side you want your braid on before you start doing this. I always pull mine to the right side, or to the left side rather, because the left side of my face is my favorite side. Just because when I turn my head this way, it looks like I have a bump in my nose, and when I look this way, it looks straight. It's really weird. So I'm gonna pull it this way, so that when I turn my head, you can see it, and then whatever. So just pull it to whatever side you prefer, and then make sure you have hair down here to be able to cover it. So I've got hair here. Alright. Like I said, I've never tried this before like this, so this may or may not work out well. So, okay, so right now I'm going to take this and I'm going to make sure I have like a little section of hair. I'm not trying to be super precise with parting my hair and lines and stuff like that, because I don't really care. So I'm just going to take this, and again, I'm going to back comb the top, just so that this helps cover. But I don't want to back comb too much, because if you back comb too much, you're not going to be able to separate the hair to braid it. So just a little bit, and then I'm going to take I think I'm just going to use two wefts right now. So I'm going to grab the 2, and I'm going to clip it in right here, back far enough so that you don't see it in your, like, so that you have hair in the front here to be able to cover that. So see how I brought it back a little bit further? I just clipped it in. And this one I clipped in the regular way, because we're pulling our hair all over this way, so it's going to stay flat. The other ones were upside down, these ones are regular. And so I'm just going to part my hair one more time, like right here. It really doesn't matter, I just do it mostly at the top. So I just picked a spot, and then I'm going to do that same back combing. If I can find my brush, oh there it is. I'm just losing everything. Okay, same back combing. Okay, and then clip this in. Wow, that looks crazy. Clip this into the other side. Just like that. So then flip it over. With everything laying on the side here. See, look how much more volume I have in my hair. There's no way I would ever be able to do this without extensions. My hair is just not thick at all. So I'm going to flip everything over to the side. Okay, so now that I've got everything pulled over, I'm going to start braiding. Some of you may not know how to Dutch braid, and this is a Dutch fishtail braid. So I'm going to try and explain it the best I can, but if you aren't understanding how I'm doing it, or if I'm really bad at explaining it, please just look up. There are so many tutorials on how to Dutch braid, and then you should be able to, as long as you know how to fishtail braid, then you should be fine. And I think personally that fishtailing is way easier because you only have to worry about 2 strands of hair instead of 3, but that's just my personal opinion. So what I'm going to do now is pull all of this hair over, and I'm kind of pulling those back pieces so that they pull a little bit forward. And then I'm just going to grab a section right here, separate it. I'm going to grab a section, and then I'm going to separate it into 2. And then I'm going to take a piece from this side here, from the outside of this one, and pull it under and connect it to the center of the other side. And then I'm going to do the same on the other side, but when I do that, I'm also going to grab some hair from this side and bring that underneath and over as well. So hopefully you guys can see that. I'm going to show it better once I get going, because it's kind of hard to show from this angle here. But then I'm just going to keep doing the same thing back and forth. So grab some hair, in the front, pull it under. I think I did that wrong actually. Start over. This should be easier for you guys to see. So now I'm taking this little piece from the side, grabbing some from under here in the front, and then pulling that all under into the other side, and adding it there. Okay, and then I'm going to grab a piece from the back, and then some more from the back here. Grab, sorry, you have to get really far back, and then grab that and pull it forward. So that's what it's like. Continuing to braid the hair all the way down, and for this style I kind of like how it looks like it doesn't end, so I go completely as far as I possibly can, and then you can either use a one of those clear elastic bands, or you can use just your teasing comb and tease the ends, and if they stay then it'll hold the end of your braid. So I'm gonna try to tease them today and see if it stays, but if it doesn't, then clear band is definitely my go-to. You forever I'll follow in immortality. I can see you and me. Actually, before I go too much further, I'm going to start pulling it out a little bit just to kind of pancake the braid. So I just grab the pieces and pull on them, and that's just going to kind of make your braid look a little more full and messy. stop right here just because it's getting really thin and a little bit too difficult to keep braiding. But I'm just going to take the end here and just back comb it. And like, if you don't want to damage your, like obviously this could damage your hair a little bit, but you don't have to do that. Like I said, you can use the clear band, but I like to do this because it just makes it look a little bit more natural, bohemian kind of thing. And then this is what you're left with. Okay, so that's basically it, guys. I really like how this turned out. It's like super windswept and beachy. This time I kind of did it a little bit further back than I did the first time. The first time I felt like it was like kind of overpowering the side of my face. This way it's just a little bit further back. The one thing I did notice though is my tracks did still show, but that was because I wasn't actually grabbing all the way down. It's very hard to tell what you're grabbing when you can't see behind your head. I wasn't grabbing all the way down and just pulling straight up to add to the braid. So a lot of the hair ended up going this way, so I could see the tracks right here. So what I did to just like do a little quick fix on that is just add some bobby pins and pull some of that hair over and clip them in. I know to some hairstylists and stuff that isn't really acceptable, but I think it just adds to like the messy, beachy, whatever look, so it doesn't really bother me. So I'll just show you what that looks like. So yeah, I'm not very good at hiding bobby pins. I wasn't really in a rush to do that anyway because I'm just going to hang out with my boyfriend and go out to dinner tonight, so I'm not, I don't really care. I don't think a lot of people are going to be staring at the back of my head either. So yeah, that's it. Hopefully you guys liked this tutorial, and let me know if you want to see more hair tutorials because I have a couple of ideas in mind that I could show you guys. I use my extensions a lot to add volume and just like add, I don't know, when I do like those little half buns and stuff, I always have to have extensions in there because then it looks more full, and I just like it that way. So if you guys want to see any kind of like little tricks like that or any hairstyles that you see on my Instagram, just always feel free to let me know and ask me for things. I love it when you guys suggest ideas for me, whether it comes to makeup or hair or anything like that. So I hope you guys like it, and I hope you try it out. Like this video if you liked it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!